Although I got to be honest. This game, this beta progression, I don't like it, man, because it doesn't really let me know what I'm missing, like with level 4 Banshee, level 4 Artisan, and give me that to want to grind my primary character like the last one did. Doesn't really give me basically a huge stash. And you know what? What if I'd come in? What if I've been doing? Here's what they might not be thinking about. What if I had taken a risk and done some PvP like they wanted me to, just prior to this beta, and then I jump over and
Strap in, we're heading out.
All I have is what I had from July 17th. Now that'd be a bummer. Yeah, I got a couple $100,000 and plenty of gear, but what if you didn't? What if you didn't? So Madfinger, if you ever come across this video, you're wanting us to take time away for our mainline character to play the beta, so that we can stress test it for you and strengthen the mainline patch. I assume is coming next week or two for the entire community, and we don't mind doing that. But one of the things we would like to get is to play with guns we don't normally have access to and money that is not affected. I feel like if I lose my ass in the beta, I honestly, I assume, because you've announced 2 or 3 other betas down the road, and here's just as simple as I can get it. You're going to do this again. You're going to have public betas again, and I've been playing all your public betas. Been trying to give you feedback. I've been trying on this channel to get others to do it. In fact, to get others to squad up on the public beta with me. But what's the incentive?
1 minute.
I know you're going to do this again. And if you're going to do this again, you've actually decreased the chance that I'm going to try something wild on my mainline character. You decreased it, because if that's all I could bring to the beta patch, I will at least have my normal stuff. In my case, I reverted back. I lost my stash. I lost several things I just acquired, including a different blackout with a longer barrel. So the incentive to give you these 10, 12, 15 hours of playtime and help you support us, you know, is the open vendors and it doesn't have the effect of, well, they get their fix on that. No. Once I got the open vendors from the last beta, I was able to play with the good guns. It made me grind harder. So I just ask you to reconsider that on next patch. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Your humble host Rising speaking. And this afternoon, we are in the public beta 0.3.4.0 of Gray Zone Warfare. If you'd like to know how to access this public beta, go to Steam, right-click Gray Zone, Properties, Betas, hit your drop-down menu, and you should see the public beta available. It'll download the file, X out, it'll download the file, restart your game. You will have an alternative character based on your progression at July 17th. Anything you do on the public beta will not affect your main character, either in progression or losses. You can use it for a chance to jump into PvP or do anything that you might want to do to push your skills. I'm trying to learn how to do some tasks that I had help with initially, I believe. And today's task, first of all, we're running a 300 blackout. Got some 60 there, just a basic RPC, because we're probably going to die. It's a pretty common theme on this channel. But we're going to we're going to try to do the delayed package. And to do that, we have set a waypoint, and we're going to fly down here to Midnight Sapphire. We're going to hit Juliet 3. And if we're successful grabbing the package, we got to get it all the way back to Falang Airport and plant it on the tire.
I'm on my way. ETA 30 seconds.
Look at this beautiful lighting. I'll tell you one of the things I'm noticing with the new patch, just right off the bat, is the collision avoidance for logs and things on the ground is just it's a quality improvement. I think the AI are reacting a little bit quicker, a little bit more anticipating your shot, a little bit more hiding behind poles. I think the AI, I have no proof of this, but I think the AI has been tweaked a little bit. Now, I think maybe a higher skill player wouldn't notice as much.
Wheels down and ready to load.
But somebody pushing themselves to the limit like me definitely notices it.
Ready up.
I feel like I notice it. So just as a reminder, we're running a 9800X3D and on an X870E motherboard with a Nvidia 5080 overclocked. We have a mild overclock on it today. As you can see, even running OBS, we're maintaining fairly steady frame rates. But regardless of those numbers, don't even look at the numbers. The smoothness is there. Just as I say that, we load some shaders. I'll say it again. The smoothness is there. Even on the helicopter, and anybody who plays this game knows the helicopter is one of the more demanding roles. So we are running in 4K quality. Mostly epic, with only our global illumination and post-processing turned down. One notch because of some issues with global processing in the graphical representation of shadows and things of that nature. We are running DLSS 4, and we are forcing the latest transformer model. So not 310.2.0, we are forcing a 310.3.0. We're also running the latest 577.00.zz.aught, however your country says it, driver. And these are some of the most stable, smoothest drivers I've ever used across the board. And in this game in particular, and I'm sure this video will make me out of a liar, it is for sure the most stable driver. I've had no random dropouts since running this driver and this patch, period. Can't wait for it to go mainline so I can start working toward the progression of my character. But it's looking beautiful. And bear in mind too that I have OBS up a few things, and the frame rate is, I'd say, about 10% less than normal. If I wasn't running through OBS video source, and I'm also recording at a high quality bit rate. So all of those things drop me down a little bit, but as you can see, it's still smooth. We'll see how it holds up, because honestly, this is the first time since I figured out that my 9800 was set in X3D turbo mode.
1 minute.
Basically disabling half of it. Turn rebar on and a couple other settings. Unthrottle the CPU where it could, reach its full potential. And since those, as you see on the graph up from the top, it's running 5.4. I'm gonna move that up to 5.5 tomorrow, I think. But in particular, this is a game you don't want to crash with. So I'm running a mild overclock on the 5080 and a mildish overclock on the CPU. And if you're familiar with the game engine, you know that this time of day with the sun rays and the water, this is about the highest load you're going to put on the system. I'm still running, 100 frames per second with a, 50 to 60 on my 1% lows. And to me, regardless of what any of them numbers up top say, it's smooth. It's been playing so smooth and looking so good. I mean, look at this. Just look at this. Amazing. This game is amazing. All right, I know nothing about this area, guys. I don't recall doing this mission. I think I have, because I hadn't seen it show up in my main progression. But I must have had some help when I was doing it. And we're near Sapphire, so, nothing's easy around here. Let's check our ammo. Man, it's been a long week. Sorry I hadn't been on cam. For those of you that, enjoy that a little more, I don't know why. Also, as a friendly reminder of the channel, I've lost 237 pounds and risen up out of a wheelchair to help take care of my grandson, which I love very much. I'm getting back in the game of life and getting back to a life of gaming. Oh yeah, he had me way more planked than I realized. Got real lucky. God, Jesus, what armor does he have? That's a 3++ armor? What's going on here? Oh, we need a wall between us and some of the shooting right here. Let's check this. Was that a long range shot somebody was taking, or you think that was mid range? I never forgot the GSH 01s on, or if I got razors. Seemed like I died and I bought quads or something. I'm hit or miss with the 300 Blackout. I can't just laser beam drill them with, repeat shots. Now, I know this is the general area, but I ain't watched nothing or anything. I don't know what the package looks like. Anything like that. So we're just going to have to try to figure it out. Maybe loot these guys a little bit. Oh, come on. I keep checking it instead of changing it. We've got some VMAX and CQ rounds kind of mixed in here. A fella's got to just do what a fella's got to do to survive here, Optimally, I'd like to come in here and find a package. I don't even know what the package looks like, guys. I know nothing, Jon Snow. A waypoint disappeared. Oh, that looks like a package. That is a package. Alrighty. Well, I don't know who we might have pulled in during that fight. But come on, we got at least loot. I mean, them guys were, a couple of them guys pretty hard to take down. Got at least ease up and check the loot on them. I'd have high value loot. Who knows telling what they have. It's a decent gun. By decent, I mean, oh my Lord, I can't believe I did that earlier. Got to move him out of there. It's not worth the slot. Okay. Does anybody know if there's a buried cache around here? Really wish, oh, looky there. I don't know how those CQs got in there. It's a little backwards. Let's get that in there when we inevitably die. All right. Let's backtrack away. Maybe look around for cache. Usually not in an area like this, so probably barking up the wrong tree there. We'll take that because God knows we'll probably need it. I don't know if we could tuck that down. And I could probably pull some stuff off there and get it down to a single slot. You know what? I need more practice doing that anyway. Let's see if I can. Can I get the handle off of it, guys? Sorry, I can barely read this font. Wait, is it just because something else is attached to it? Yeah, because it let me do that. I'll probably have to detach more, and I don't want to. We're doing a mission and we're doing a video. Let's not hang ourselves up with that. All right, well, we know we got to get to the airfield, right, guys? Thought I killed one back over here. Man, squirrel brain. Got the brain of Dory. Isn't that her name? Nemo's buddy? I can't remember shit short term. Short term or long term? Long term memory is just shot. I thought one flanked me here. Oh, it was over here probably, wasn't it? I want to gotten around on me about right here. Yeah, there we go. Just fell in the water. He trying to hide. Oh my God. we got us a new bandit key. We are going to give up our money because we going. I don't even know what that key goes to, but we'll figure it out later. That's a pretty good fight for being off at LZ. Now, what we need to do, where's the airfield? All right, I'm pretty sure that we got to go to the... Wait, I went too far, didn't I? Yeah, I think it's at the plane here in the remote hangar. So I'm probably just going to drop in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Waypoint here. So that kind of stuff still helps me. I don't have everything memorized yet. Appreciating them head on like I was.
Hurry up and get in.
That can be rough. Told y'all I'm going to try to make a concerted effort to remember to, to mute the helicopter when we get on it. Or activate my noise canceling on headphones, however you want to look at it. Let's take us a drink. I'll tell you, I'll be surprised it was that easy to find. I thought I'd have much more trouble finding that. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. It's a little hot where I'm at, but we're going to manage. Been a hell of a week on me physically and mentally, but should get to start to unwind and stress, and I hope anyone out there going through anything or fighting any battles gets to do the same, but stick with it, man. I lost 24 inches in my waist. It went from a 6X shirt to a 1X shirt. And it really showed up today in ways I can't really go into on camera, but it's a benefit. And I'm going to try to lose about 15 more pounds in around September. I'm going to get back in the gym and try to put that back on as muscle. I need to be real strong around the November time frame. I need to look as strong as I can look, be as strong as I can be for my family and for some situations I have going on. Look at that beautiful sunset, man. What a game. Regardless of what them numbers say up there, it's just smooth ever since.
We're getting close.
I almost give up on this game. I couldn't even run it at 1080p, much less 4K quality. It just had these little micro hitches all the time, man, like micro stuttering, even though it wasn't really showing up as micro stuttering. But we changed 3 settings. We turned our 9800X 3D turbo mode off, turned rebar on, and obviously we forced the 310.3, but I was already doing that. And I will say the 577.00 is a little smoother than the 576.88, but it's definitely more stable. I say definitely. On my rig, with the games I play and what I do, so far, seemingly, it's the most stable driver I've ever tried on this 50 series card. And specifically in this game. So you will see that they suggest that you run 576.80. I'm no kind of authority. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a dev. I'm none of those things. But I will tell you, I've been running this game hundreds of hours in the last few weeks, trying many different drivers and things to fix my issues. And in my opinion, 577.00 game ready or studio version, which is what I'm running right now, is a slightly better driver than 576.80, especially on crash outs. Now, sometimes when I say it's a better driver, that's not necessarily do I mean that it's the fastest. I mean, it's the smoothest. It's the overall most balanced and stable. All right, guys, I cleared this whole damn thing. Wait a minute. Did I get a package for turncoat that's not even nothing to do with this task? No, I got it. I just want y'all to know that somewhere in here, or I read somewhere that I had to have the HO3 key, and I didn't bore y'all with me taking out this entire airfield earlier. And by entire airfield, I mean seriously, it took me so long to work through it. By the time I got the other airfield the main airfield and boss killed, these guys were respawning and shooting at me when I left. But I finally did find the coveted Hangar 03 key, PLA HO3. Why we needed that, I don't know. Maybe we're fixing to find out. I just glanced. Or somebody told me, I can't remember. But I know this, we're fixing to be into our eyeballs up into some shit right here. How many nades I got? 2 in my chest rig, 1 in my belt. All right. I do know this. There's usually a patrol at that corner right there, and they're going to start cycling out of there regardless. Have you guys noticed, maybe it's the combination of accessories and grips and stuff I have, but this terrain of blackout seems to wear my arms out way quicker than my DDM4. Ooh, we blew his chin off. Oh, we see where that one's coming from. And that one. Shoot him in the head and he's just holding his face. Okay, here's what I was hoping. Here's what I was thinking was going to happen right here. Arms are just about gone. All right. Guys down here. We're going to reload. Let's see Q going back in here. But main thing is get our arms reset. Must have hit him already. Or hit him just right. One of the damn two. I don't know if it's that plane. I guess it's that plane we got to get this damn thing on the nose of. Oh, yep, there's one way down there in. Now, he didn't shoot at me. So, since he didn't shoot at me, I'm going to try to peek him a little bit. Yeah, we got lucky there. Got lucky we made a few decent shots there. All right, I'm beginning to cycle around because one may come up in that little road or the strip over there. I'm just going to look in here. I don't have the key. I don't have that weapon storage key. I'll make sure we're... Oh, you thirsty? Good, I'll drink theirs. I don't have the key to that room there. Be a great place to loot when you don't come in here and kill everybody like this. This is super dangerous. Just in case they might have a key to it. Let's see what they got. HO3 key again. I wish I could tell y'all how hard that was for me to get earlier. What do y'all think? Protect the camera or protect the credit card? Probably the camera. All right, let's do the opposite. Not because I'm stubborn, but because I'm retarded. Senile. If you want to be kind to me, you could just say, well, you're probably just a little senile old man. I'm just checking. Sometimes there's decent shit in here. Yeah, I'll take that headset. I feel like I could eat a candy bar. I mean, killing makes me hungry. I mean, I see other people running through here and they'll be like, oh, ring, necklace. I'm like, I don't ever find no shit like that. Come on, I'm not interested in a bottle of water right now. We got some folks to kill. We got to get to that plane and not die, which I already got a feeling is going to be kind of difficult. You know what? We might end up needing that. I ain't loading nothing else up. Come on. I just feel like somebody's pulled in off the strip. Because we didn't take the strip out. Now we got to go way out there. Put something on the nose of this plane. I think, okay, somebody just talked. Where we at? Where we at? In the back? Nope. We pulled the attention of somebody in, haven't we? Oh, shit. Was that from the back? Oh, yeah, okay. Now, used to, I wouldn't have ran like that. So I'd have been dead. Was that literally a jump scare for y'all? I mean, did y'all, in my cam, did it look like a jump scare? Because it kind of felt like I was living through a jump scare. Yep, I was just trying to bait him out so I see where he was. See if I could get him to pull. Boy, this ain't no damn good way to approach this. I can't see him. Not really running away. I'm just trying to see you so I know where to shoot you from. I mean, you can call it what you want to, I guess. Should not have squeezed the trigger on that one. Is the aim button through 5 walls and shit? What's happening there? I mean, we got to get up to the plane here in a minute, right? I mean, we got to take the entire both. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. I thought I seen movement out of my peripheral vision. I think I know where he's at now. Why didn't y'all tell me that? Look over, old man. Look over. Okay. We're going to give him a different angle on his target. If this old-ass man ain't learned one thing, it's don't give him the same angle twice. You get by with a buzzed headshot, count yourself lucky. Come back in on him with a different angle. See, to me, that's the range this blackout seems to be pretty good at. I know I see somebody else across here. I see somebody moving up in there, didn't I? Did I or did I not? What do y'all think? Think he pushed on in any further? I could have swore I seen movement up in there. Maybe that's the nose of the airplane I got to put this in. Is it just me or do I got a pretty big pile of dead bodies around here? Oh, this is dangerous. Is this the dude I've already checked? Yes. I am the new dude I killed. I know I make my buddies mad. They're like, dude, you loot in the most precarious situations. Can't help myself. Quit being mean to me, y'all. I'm old. You know, it's really considered a form of abuse, right? Now, I don't know if I got to put it in the nose of this plane or that plane. Let me check this plane first. Ah, is that what I needed the key for? Is that why you need a key to get in there? I bet that goes to that door in the back. We have learned. We have learned together. I remember there's a door back here because I did it on some mission before on my main count. It wasn't this mission, I don't think. Seems like we got to go put it on a wheel. Front wheel. Maybe put it there. Wait, let's just read that. Read it if it gives another clue. Above the plane's front landing gear at the following airfield. Well, this is a front landing gear, right? Oh. We just missed our hit mark a while ago. It's gonna be one of those we think we got it and it adds a bunch of shit to it other than surviving. Nope. We can hit complete on it. Nice. Opened up anything else? Yeah, I want to collect that shit. All right. Anything else open up for airfield? Doesn't look like it yet. I'm sure it will. Oh, we done got this key and open this up. Is this just a mission key? I know what y'all thinking. Get out of there while you're still alive, oh man. Nope. I gotta go digging through some folks. All right, we got some folks back there that's dead. It's getting dark. So let's put ourselves in even more danger for no reason. For a few measly bucks. I know. I probably checked this dude, but I checked the other dude. That's your question. I didn't check this dude. I'd have grabbed that nade. Y'all was trying to lead me down a straight path. Y'all was trying to lead me in a straight direction. Hey, look at there. Coming back around, looting paid off, guys. And another. Well, if this was the main line, I would drop that in the in somebody's box. All right. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get over to Falcon. How about that? You see, you got normal stuff. You're not in a chopper. You know, you got quite a bit of assets on screen here. But running 138. But more importantly, we're above 60 on our 1% lows. And that's what you feel, guys. Looking through ADS, yeah, 54, but I don't feel it. I think it's just close enough that I don't feel it. Now, previously when that was dropping down in the 30s, yeah, I felt it in the 30s. Honestly, it feels smoother. It feels smoother through ADS at that 54, 55 than it did on the previous patch, previous drivers, and my previous settings when I turned it down to 1080p and that 1% low would be 3 times that. It's just smooth. Doesn't matter. Frames per second. I'm sure there's a limit at which what I just said breaks over. Also, on the same token, I don't need it to be over 120 frames per second. My display is a native 4K 120 display. So I'm tossing away frames per second after that. So why play in 1440? Oh yeah, it runs even faster in 1440 DLSS quality. And really, honestly, I can't hardly tell the difference. That new transformer model is insane. I didn't get to show you back there, but earlier when I cleared out the airfield, and this could be placebo, but man, it really looked like the transformer model, the newest one from a few weeks ago. DLSS 4 transformer model really looks like it cleaned up the reflections on glass and stuff, and I can see right through there. I can see much better through. I can see and shoot through glass much better. All right. You may not want to ride with me to do that. Let me see. What's the closest LZ? Oh, it ain't very far. Let's just ride back to base. Drop that key off. We'll talk a little bit while we're doing it. Imagine that. The old man's going to talk to you. Okay. Yeah, I hear you right now. Shit's funny, huh? Well, I do run my mouth. I can't. You know, I can't be mad about you saying it. I just feel such a relief having. I can't share with you why, but. And nothing's over, but I just feel better about some stuff that happened today. Oh my God, I cannot believe I forgot to call this in. We'll take a look at this beautiful Unreal Engine 5 job that Madfinger did on our trip on the way back in our quasi nighttime. Although I got to be honest, this game, this beta progression, I don't like it, man, because it doesn't really let me know what I'm missing, like with level 4 Banshee, level 4 Artisan, and give me that to want to grind my primary character like the last one did. Doesn't really give me basically a huge stash. And you know what? What if I'd come in? What if I've been doing? Here's what they might not be thinking about. What if I had taken a risk and done some PvP like they wanted me to, just prior to this beta, and then I jump over and
strap in. We're heading out.
all I have is what I had from July 17th. Now that'd be a bummer. Yeah, I got a couple $100,000 and plenty of gear, but what if you didn't? What if you didn't? So, Madfinger, if you ever come across this video, you're wanting us to take time away for our mainline character to play the beta, so that we can stress test it for you and strengthen the mainline patch. I assume is coming next week or two for the entire community, and we don't mind doing that. But one of the things we would like to get is to play with guns we don't normally have access to and money that is not affected. I feel like if I lose my ass in the beta, I honestly, I assume, because you've announced 2 or 3 other betas down the road, and here's just as simple as I can get it. You're going to do this again. You're going to have public betas again, and I've been playing all your public betas. Been trying to give you feedback. I've been trying on this channel to get others to do it. In fact, to get others to squad up on the public beta with me. But what's the incentive?
1 minute.
I know you're going to do this again, and if you're going to do this again, you've actually decreased the chance that I'm going to try something wild on my mainline character. You decreased it, because if that's all I could bring to the beta patch, I want to at least have my normal stuff. In my case, I reverted back. I lost my stash. I lost several things I just acquired, including a different blackout with a longer barrel. So the incentive to give you these 10, 12, 15 hours of playtime and help you support us, you know, is the open vendors and it doesn't have the effect of, well, they get their fix on that. No. Once I got the open vendors from the last beta, I was able to play with the good guns. It made me grind harder. So I just ask you to reconsider that on next patch. Personally, even if I come in and done something out of my comfort zone in this beta, when I get back to my mainline character, I'm less likely to, because in the next week or two, when you do it again, I won't even have nothing to start with. So I don't know. Maybe you could open up all the vendors, and if a person has 100,000 or more, or a certain level, maybe that's what you did here. I don't know, but just explain yourself a little bit. I much preferred it last time. I got a feeling that you may be trying to protect your events, where you're basically doing the same thing. You're letting us play on your house money. You're not harming those events by letting beta testers have the open vendors and the money and the loot to just go out and have the courage to try new modes. What you're doing is you're instilling competency and confidence in people during the beta that may have gear fear like me, and I promise you I'm affected by gear fear, to go out and try harder things when they do swap back over and you do make this the mainline patch. So I just ask you to reconsider. As for the rest of you, I thank you for your time, especially on the weekend. And I hope you stay safe, stay cool, and have a great time till you got to go back to work. And if you don't mind, will you just hit the like button and subscribe, please? Maybe share or drop a comment. And I got to be honest, backseating is always encouraged on my channel. And if you want a backseat by joining me, just add me, Old Man Rising. I'm Old Man Rising on everything, or either Old Man Rise 1 and G. Appreciate anybody that stopped by, and if you made it this long, you're a hero. Thank you.